If we was to fight right now on the streets, I'll break your fucking neck. And that's on my kids. And you know it, I know it, and the whole world know it. And I'm not talking about no fighting in the ring. If me and you was to fight outside, I will break your neck.
Recently, Gervonta Tank Davis stirred controversy with a tweet aimed at Terence Bud Crawford, escalating tensions between the two fighters. Known for his brash and provocative social media presence, Davis took things to a new level by targeting Crawford's family in his comments. The tweet came in response to Crawford's earlier remarks about Davis' fighting style, claiming that Davis hadn't faced the same level of competition and suggesting he was upset about not being invited to a recent event. However, Davis' decision to involve Crawford's wife and 8 children crossed a line that many boxing fans and analysts found deeply disrespectful. The tweet ignited widespread outrage, with fans and commentators criticizing Davis for breaching an unwritten rule of respect in boxing, keeping family out of the feud. Many who previously supported Davis began distancing themselves from the fighter, expressing disappointment over his actions. While trash talk is a common tactic in professional boxing, personal attacks on an opponent's family are generally seen as going too far. Davis' controversial remarks not only angered Crawford supporters, but also led to broader concerns about the trajectory of his career. Known for his knockout power and electrifying performances in the ring, Davis now faces scrutiny for his conduct outside it. Some fans defended Davis, suggesting his comments were part of a mind game strategy often used to build hype for potential matchups. However, the overwhelming majority of reactions from fans, fellow fighters, and analysts labeled the tweet a misstep. Despite the backlash, Davis remained defiant, posting additional tweets to justify his remarks. Yet the damage was done. The conversation shifted away from Davis' prowess in the ring to his controversial behavior outside of it, leaving many to question the impact of his actions on his reputation and career. However, it didn't take long for Gervonta Tank Davis' provocation to get a response. Terence Bud Crawford, the reigning pound-for-pound king, wasted no time firing back. In a video posted online, Crawford directly addressed Davis' tweet and sent a clear, bold message. "You know I would absolutely crush you if we ever had a street fight."
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great, he can be like all the other fighters that's moving up 2 weight classes, daring to be great.
You would fight him.
Man, tell him to come up there.
You got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin, so tell him to come and touch it.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Gervonta said you got a glass.
Crawford's response was calm yet resolute. He refrained from stooping to the level of personal attacks like Davis, instead emphasizing his readiness to confront him, whether in the boxing ring or outside of it. Crawford's message was clear. He isn't intimidated by Davis and is prepared to meet him in any setting if necessary. This measured reply further cemented Crawford's reputation as a composed and professional fighter, standing in stark contrast to Davis' emotional outburst.
Let's just say we in a gunfight, right?
Yeah.
And I got a metal shield, and the opposite person got a glass shield.
Okay, Chad.
Who gonna come out on top? I don't care about how much he run around. Once them hands get on him, it's gonna slow him down. And once
Definitely if he touch him, he definitely if he touch him clean, he'll break.
This wasn't the first time Gervonta Tank Davis and Terence Bud Crawford had exchanged words. Their rivalry has simmered for years, with both fighters publicly calling each other out on multiple occasions. Until now, however, the nature of their feud had largely remained professional. Davis has consistently criticized Crawford's choice of opponents and questioned his marketability, claiming in interviews that Crawford's career lacks excitement compared to his own. He has also suggested that Crawford has avoided fights against top-tier competitors in their weight class. On the other hand, Crawford has voiced frustration with Davis' management and the level of competition Davis has faced, often dismissing Davis as overhyped. While these barbs have defined their rivalry in the past, Davis' recent tweet crossed a line that many fans felt went beyond standard trash talk. By launching a personal attack on Crawford's family, Davis added a new layer of animosity, thrusting their feud into the spotlight of the boxing world. As two of the sport's biggest stars, Davis and Crawford have not only sparked debates about who is the better fighter, but also about who has achieved greater financial success. The ongoing argument over who has made more money, draws bigger crowds, and wields more influence in the sport has become one of the most controversial topics among fans, analysts, and even other fighters. This debate has escalated on social media platforms like X, formerly Twitter, where both fighters frequently trade shots, igniting heated discussions. However, the question of financial superiority is far more complex than it appears. Boxing earnings are notoriously opaque, with pay-per-view revenue splits, sponsorship deals, and undisclosed bonuses adding layers of mystery to the numbers. The rivalry between Davis and Crawford, now intensified by personal attacks, has captivated fans and analysts alike, blending questions of skill, legacy, and marketability into a fiery dispute that shows no signs of cooling down.
I got a question for you, Tank. At 147, how does a fight with you and Terence Crawford look?
147? Shit, if I
147.
tap that chin, you know he going to sleep.
I already know. I already know
He
he
ain't
is.
got no chance.
I already know he is.
He said no chance.
The true financial details in boxing are known only to a select group, including network executives, promoters, and managers who rarely, if ever, disclose the full picture. Publicly released purse totals represent just a fraction of a fighter's earnings. Additional revenue streams, such as pay-per-view, PPV shares, sponsorships, and bonuses, are often undisclosed, making it difficult to quantify a fighter's true income. Despite these challenges, certain facts and expert insights offer a glimpse into how Terence Crawford and Gervonta Davis compare financially. Crawford has recently solidified his position as one of boxing's top earners, thanks to two landmark fights. His July 2023 victory over Errol Spence Jr., where he claimed the undisputed welterweight championship, was a massive PPV success and one of the most highly anticipated matchups in recent years. Another significant payday came in August 2024, when Crawford faced Israel Madrimov, further cementing his financial and professional standing in the sport. These events not only bolstered Crawford's legacy, but also contributed significantly to his earnings, putting him in the spotlight as a top draw in boxing.
How you feel about that fight? Is it even possible at a catch weight?
There ain't no catch weight. You come up to 47.
You're not even entertaining the catch weight.
No, I'm not.
He's a champ though too, undefeated.
And, what champ? Come on, man. Tell me what belt. You know boxing. You forgot Devin Haney is undisputed. Devin Haney got all the belts. He the champ. Nobody else the champ. I'm gonna come up here with a big boy.
All right,
I'll welcome him.
Terence Crawford not only emerged victorious in dominant fashion in his recent bouts, but also walked away with substantial earnings. Reports suggest that his fight against Errol Spence Jr. alone catapulted him into a new financial echelon, securing a significant share of the revenue. Additionally, his bout against Israel Madrimov in August 2024 reportedly earned Crawford a guaranteed $10 million, solidifying his status as one of boxing's top earners. Meanwhile, Gervonta "Tank" Davis has consistently proven himself as a major pay-per-view attraction. His April 2023 showdown with Ryan Garcia stands out as a defining moment in his career. The blockbuster event drew massive attention, showcasing Davis' ability to deliver electrifying performances in high-stakes situations. His stunning TKO victory over Garcia not only enhanced his reputation as one of boxing's most marketable stars, but also demonstrated his capacity to headline major events. While it's undeniable that Davis has been a consistent draw and crowd favorite, critics argue that he has yet to reach the financial milestones Crawford has achieved in recent years.
I felt great. It was no different from 147, to be honest. Israel just was a strong opponent. You know, we knew that coming in the game.
Social media presence plays a pivotal role in the discussion of marketability. Gervonta "Tank" Davis boasts an impressive 7.5 million followers on Instagram and nearly 800,000 followers on X, formerly Twitter. In contrast, Terence "Bud" Crawford, despite being a more established name in boxing, has a smaller digital footprint, with 1.8 million Instagram followers and 468,000 on X. These numbers matter in today's digital age, as they reflect a fighter's marketability and influence. Sponsorship deals, brand partnerships, and other income streams are often closely tied to a fighter's online reach, giving Davis a significant edge in this area. However, social media clout alone doesn't paint the full picture. Other factors, such as in-ring accomplishments, pay-per-view performance, and legacy, also play critical roles in determining a fighter's overall earnings and career impact.
He said, I got a glass chin. Tell him to come and touch it.
At 147?
At 147. I'll make 147.
Terence Crawford's career longevity and consistency at the championship level are significant advantages. Turning professional in 2008, Crawford has been a world champion since 2014, giving him over a decade of earnings at the sport's highest level. Championship fights, especially as the main event, typically command larger payouts, and Crawford's extensive record of title bouts highlights his sustained earning potential. Gervonta "Tank" Davis, who turned professional in 2013 and claimed his first world title in 2017, has achieved extraordinary success in a shorter time frame. However, his tenure at the championship level is not as long as Crawford's. This disparity in career timelines suggests that Crawford has likely amassed more earnings over the years, even though Davis' recent blockbuster fights have helped him narrow the gap.
Knock him out.
How good is Terence Crawford?
Terence Crawford is good, but he's not what people basically saying. He's not pound for pound.
The involvement of His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh in boxing has been a game changer, particularly for Terence Crawford. Al-Sheikh's model of offering fighters guaranteed paydays far exceeding what traditional promoters can provide has transformed the financial dynamics of the sport. Crawford's $10 million guarantee for the Medrimo fight is a prime example, and reports suggest that a potential bout with Canelo Alvarez could shatter existing fighter earning records. Al-Sheikh's ability to bring unparalleled financial backing to the table has given Crawford a significant edge, especially as Gervonta Davis remains outside this expanding network. This support not only enhances Crawford's earning potential, but also underscores the growing influence of new financial players in shaping the future of boxing.
One thing I can say about Tank is he's smart. He can box.
Yes.
And he's explosive. You know what I mean? But I'm saying skill-wise and in the mind, I don't think neither one of them can outthink.
For Gervonta Davis, the financial outlook is shaped differently. While his drawing power is undeniable, the caliber of his upcoming opponents could significantly impact his ability to command massive paydays. His rumored March fight against Lamont Roach Jr., while credible in terms of competition, lacks the marquee value needed to drive substantial pay-per-view sales. Without a high-profile co-star to elevate the event, Davis may struggle to match the earnings Crawford has achieved through headline-grabbing matchups. To sustain his financial momentum, Davis needs to secure fights against opponents with greater star power. Potential matchups with fighters like Vasily Lomachenko, Shakur Stevenson, or rising stars such as Keyshawn Davis would not only enhance his legacy, but also generate the kind of excitement and revenue necessary to keep him at the top of boxing's financial ladder.
How do you not lead with ego? Like if you hear somebody like Tank say, 147, I knock Bud out.
Well, he just talking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he got the confidence in himself that he believed that he can do that because he's been knocking all these fighters out that he's been in the ring with. You know, so no knock to Tank, but there's definitely levels.
The debate over who has earned more also reveals a deeper philosophical divide within boxing. Terence Crawford's career has been defined by his willingness to face the toughest challenges, often venturing into hostile territory to prove himself against the best. This approach has earned him widespread respect from both peers and fans, along with lucrative opportunities to showcase his skills on the biggest stages. Gervonta Davis, on the other hand, has faced criticism for taking a more controlled career path, with fights that often prioritize commercial appeal over competitive risk. While this strategy has turned Davis into a household name, some argue that it has limited his potential to maximize earnings in the long run. Leonard Ellerby's claim that Davis now makes 8 figures per fight is significant, but it's important to examine when this level of earning truly began to take shape.
You address the whole, I mean, not really address, but kind of speak on the whole Tank Crawford thing. Because when Crawford said he'd be willing to wait at 47 for Tank, he did say after the interview, well, like immediately after the interview, I was just playing around. Like, do you want people to put that shit to bed? Or?
Yeah, he was just playing around. You know what I'm saying? Tank does that, you know.
Early in his career, Gervonta Davis didn't command the same level of financial attention, and his rise to the top has been relatively recent. In contrast, Terence Crawford has been earning substantial paydays for years, thanks to his consistency and his willingness to fight anyone, anywhere. This difference in their career trajectories adds complexity to the question of who has earned more. Another key factor in this debate is the shift in the pay-per-view (PPV) model. Traditionally, fighters relied heavily on PPV sales to maximize their earnings, but Al Sheikh's guaranteed payouts have disrupted this system. Crawford's partnership with Al Sheikh has allowed him to bypass the uncertainty of PPV revenue, while Davis remains more reliant on the traditional model. This shift could have long-term implications for both fighters' career strategies and financial negotiations. Critics of Davis argue that his social media fame and commercial appeal may not translate into sustained financial success unless he steps up to face more significant challenges in the ring. Meanwhile, Crawford's fans point to his willingness to fight the best as a testament to his legacy and earning power. The contrasting approaches of the two fighters reflect broader tensions within the sport, as traditional values of competition and merit collide with the modern emphasis on marketability and entertainment. Ultimately, the question of who has earned more, Crawford or Davis, may never have a definitive answer, as both fighters' financial success is shaped by a complex combination of factors. The lack of transparency in boxing finances means much of the debate over earnings is based on speculation and fragmented reports. What is clear, however, is that both Terence Crawford and Gervonta Davis have taken different paths to success, each with its own merits and drawbacks. Crawford's recent financial windfall and partnership with Al Sheikh position him as the front runner in the earnings race, but Davis' widespread popularity and marketability ensure that he remains a formidable force in the sport's financial landscape. As their rivalry continues to unfold, the debate over who has earned more will remain a captivating subplot in the world of boxing, adding layers of intrigue to their ongoing clash.
Be an issue there, or would that just be a matter of you waiting for him to be ready for you?
Yeah, no, Tank is at a lower weight class than me. He's at 135. I'm at 147. That's 2 weight classes apart.
So he would have to come up.
Yeah, because I wouldn't never.
You can't get that low.
So that's not gonna happen, because I saw people talking about it. You don't think that'll ever happen?
No, I wouldn't say that it'll happen.
Given the way things are unfolding, it seems increasingly likely that the rivalry between Terence Crawford and Gervonta Davis could lead to a showdown in the ring. While they currently compete in weight classes separated by 3 divisions, their paths have indirectly crossed in the past, with both fighters showcasing their skills in overlapping categories. This historical overlap, combined with their contrasting styles and personalities, has sparked intense debates among fans and analysts about the possibility of a future clash. The appeal of such a matchup lies in the intriguing contrast between their styles, accomplishments, and physical attributes. Crawford began his professional career at lightweight, the same division where Davis currently reigns as the WBA world champion. As Crawford advanced in his career, he achieved undisputed status at super lightweight, a division where Davis has also held a title.
Man, we gonna see.
Crawford's ambition and skill set have driven him to climb higher through the divisions, eventually dominating the welterweight class and recently making his debut at 154 where he continues to assert his dominance. In contrast, Gervonta Davis remains firmly rooted at 135 where he has become known for dismantling opponents with his trademark power and precision. Davis, the powerful puncher from Baltimore, has built a reputation as one of the most dangerous hitters in the sport, known for his explosive knockouts and his ability to draw massive crowds. He has often exuded supreme confidence in his abilities. In the past, Davis boldly claimed that he could knock Crawford out, a statement that many saw as either playful banter or a reflection of his unshakable self-belief. Crawford, however, has dismissed such talk, warning Davis not to punch above his weight, both literally and figuratively.
Pounds. So what are we talking about here? Gervonta Tank Davis, which would be the A side in this situation, would never move up to 147 pounds and fight Terence Bud Crawford.
Despite the apparent weight disparity and stylistic differences, some experts believe a fight between Terence Crawford and Gervonta Davis would be anything but straightforward. One such expert is the legendary multi-division champion Roy Jones Jr., who shared his perspective during an interview with Real Life Productions. Jones described a hypothetical matchup between Crawford and Davis as a good damn fight, suggesting it could be competitive if fought at a catch weight just below the welterweight limit. Jones highlighted the unique attributes of both fighters, emphasizing Davis' explosiveness as a potential game changer. "I don't see anybody around that's going to beat Bud unless it's somebody way bigger than him," Jones said, referring to Crawford by his nickname. But don't sleep on the fact that if he and Tank fought at about 145, that's a good damn fight. You understand me? Because they both have very high IQs and Tank is very explosive. That's the one thing that Tank's got that Arrow didn't have in boxing. An explosive fighter can go a lot of places. I was only able to cover the weights that I covered because I was so explosive. Explosiveness keeps people in check. Jones' comments highlight the key contrast between Terence Crawford and Gervonta Davis. Crawford is a master technician, renowned for his adaptability, ring IQ, and ability to outthink and outmaneuver opponents. His switch-hitting style and razor-sharp accuracy have allowed him to dominate elite competition across multiple weight classes. Davis, on the other hand, is celebrated for his raw power, speed, and explosiveness, making him one of the most feared punchers in boxing. While Crawford relies on calculated precision to systematically dismantle his opponents, Davis has the ability to end fights instantly with a single punch. Physically, Crawford holds a clear advantage in terms of size and reach. Standing at 5'8" with a 74 reach, he is naturally the bigger man compared to Davis, who is 5'5", with a 67.5 reach.
Tank cannot fuck with Terence Crawford at all. Y'all keep pushing for that. He will destroy.
This disparity in size and reach would make it challenging for Gervonta Davis to close the distance against a fighter as skilled and disciplined as Terence Crawford. However, Davis's explosiveness and ability to land fight-altering punches make him a dangerous opponent for anyone, regardless of size. While fans and analysts can endlessly speculate about how a fight between these two would unfold, the reality is that it's highly unlikely to ever happen. Crawford is currently focused on solidifying his legacy as one of the greatest fighters of this generation. Meanwhile, Gervonta Davis is on a different trajectory. He is scheduled to fight Lamont Roach Jr. in March, a bout that many see as a tune-up for the Baltimore native. Intriguingly, Davis has hinted at the possibility of retiring by the end of the year, leaving fans to wonder if he will indeed step away from the sport at the peak of his career. If true, It would mark the end of an era for one of boxing's most exciting and polarizing figures. Despite their differing career paths and weight divisions, the hypothetical matchup between Crawford and Davis continues to captivate the imagination of boxing fans. Crawford's size, skill, and experience would likely make him the favorite in the eyes of most analysts. But Davis's explosiveness and unpredictability ensure that no outcome could be considered a foregone conclusion.
I mean, if he want to retire with the career that he got, then go ahead and do whatever you got to do. So I disagree with it. I think it's soft.
Whether or not their paths ever cross in the ring, Crawford and Davis have already cemented their places as two of the most dynamic and accomplished fighters of their era. For now, fans can only dream of what could have been, while continuing to enjoy the brilliance of both men in their respective domains. What do you think we can expect to see next? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more updates.